Hours a day I go to my happy place, and I'm doing it. And so are all the ladies that help me.
For NBC Palm Springs, I'm Mary Strong.
If you'd like to support this project, they do need some donations to purchase supplies and used fabric and flannel sheets. All donations can be dropped off at the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens, and they're tax deductible. They're also looking for some volunteers who know how to sew. You can contact Dr. James Danoffberg at the email address that's at the bottom of your screen if you'd like to help out. Over 4 million Californians have already turned ballots in for Prop 50, the only measure on the special election ballot that would redraw congressional districts across the state. Our Alondra Campos is live in studio this morning to explain what the early numbers reveal and how voters on both sides of the aisle are lining up. Alondra?
We are exactly a week away from Election Day on November 4th, and the campaign for the Proposition 50 is intensifying as more mail-in ballots arrive and early in-person voting continues. According to the latest tracker from campaign data firm Political Data Inc., roughly 18% of approximately 2 million ballots mailed have been returned. Here in Riverside County, nearly 275,000 ballots have been returned so far, and in the city of Palm Springs alone, 13,000 ballots have been returned of the 30,000 registered voters, a number that is well above statewide average, according to political data expert Paul Mitchell. Now, according to the proposed maps, the areas in U.S. Representative Ken Calvert's 41st district would be split into several congressional districts, ultimately erasing his seat.
In redrawing this area, you had two kind of converging issues. You had the Ken Calvert district, which is Palm Springs to Corona. That existing Ken Calvert district is a little bit of a Frankenstein district because it on one side is very, very conservative and the other side is very, very progressive. And so what we did in drawing this was essentially split those. So we have the side that's very conservative, Corona, going into the Young Kim district, and the side that is more progressive going into a district that goes down to San Diego, while preserving the Ruiz district in almost its exact footprint. La Quinta area goes back into the 25th, and then I think also parts of Palm Desert go back in the 25th. In a way, that district becomes a tiny bit more Latino, a tiny bit more Democratic.
According to Mitchell, many of the ballots that are coming in early are from older, more partisan voters, and it is still too early to predict the outcome of the special election. However, his team anticipates that the real difference in votes will be seen once the younger and independent party voters show up to the polling sites, typically during the weekend or days leading up to Election Day. Proposition 50 has become part of a national battle for more seats in the House of Representatives, and here in the Coachella Valley, new district lines would shift a majority of the region into Democratic-leaning districts. Proposition 50 has become part of a national battle for more seats in the House of Representatives, as I mentioned before, and would make a big change here locally. And coming up in our evening newscast, we'll have more details about these redrawn congressional maps and what they mean for government officials. Live in studio, I'm Alondra Campos. Back to you.
Alondra, thank you. And more than 40 million Americans are at risk of not being able to put food on the table if the government shutdown doesn't end soon. There are millions of Americans on SNAP benefits, and a large majority of those are children. NBC's Dave Elias talks with Floridians who are directly affected.
I'm only down to one pack of chicken, and I don't even know what I'm going to do for the next months.
Cheyenne Hayworth's SNAP benefits are gone.
How old is he?
She's left wondering how she'll feed her young autistic son.
My son won't have his milk, and we won't have food.
And she's not alone.
Hi.
Parents worry that without SNAP benefits by November 1st, they'll have some tough decisions.
I'll go without eating it or anything as long as my kids eat.
Families shop here at the Community Cooperative in Fort Myers.
I just hope and pray that they don't shut it down, because a lot of people and a lot of mothers that are really dependent on the SNAP benefits.
I can tell you as a nonprofit leader, these are the kinds of things that keep me up at night.
Stephanie Edwards warns the problem is getting serious.
If all of a sudden these benefits do go away and these individuals come to organizations like ours looking for assistance, we're going to see a huge tidal wave of need that we've not seen before.
The Harry Chapin Food Bank, who supplies much of their food, says it could be far worse than Hurricane Ian.
Hurricane Ian roughly doubled the demand for our services for a period of time.
This is larger than that in terms of its impact.
CEO Richard LeBeur warns that supplies here could be in trouble.
I think we're up for a very difficult stretch for a lot of folks.
The Midwest Food Bank is privately funded and gets no government money.
We definitely have agencies that are requesting more food.
And they're prepared to help as long as possible.
We're ready if needed. We're ready to go. It doesn't mean we'll not run out.
That was Dave Elias reporting. Locally here in the Valley, the city of Palm Springs took to social media to inform the public about local SNAP benefits known in California as CalFresh. They cited an October 23rd post by the Riverside County's Department of Public Social Services saying that starting in November, CalFresh payments will be delayed until the shutdown ends. CalFresh recipients can still use existing benefits, submit required forms to keep their cases open, and residents can also get benefits once the shutdown is resolved. They can also apply to monitor those benefits. They did note, however, other benefits like Medi-Cal and CalWorks have no immediate disruptions. Palm Springs additionally saying organizations like Find Food Bank are currently still operating at this time if you are in need of food assistance. Let's take a live look outside our Agua Caliente casino camera. Rancho Mirage this morning. Pablo's in right after the break, tracking your 7-day forecast. Stay with us.
I'm Pablo Alsina, my 4th week in the desert, and look at this beautiful view from Agua Caliente Cam in Rancho Mirage. Not a single cloud anywhere to be seen, but the temperatures, they will continue to rise. Compared to normal, we're usually 87 degrees on today's date. Today, a high of 93 degrees, so yeah, definitely hot with this high pressure system heating up the whole Southwest. LA, you can tell the whole side. No rain in this area, but it will definitely be hot. For us in the Palm Springs and nearby cities, highs of around 93 degrees at 3 in the afternoon. Not that humid though, dew points in the low 30s, so comfortable, but the sun, especially with no clouds, will definitely be burning and hot. Winds 6 miles an hour in Palm Springs, 17-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Whitewater, also Banning. The Santa Ana winds will pick up throughout the week as well. Looking now at the high temperatures you can expect today. Palm Desert, high of 94 degrees. That's where I decided to move to. Love Palm Desert. 29 Palms at 86 degrees highs. 1,000 Palms in Indio with highs in the 93-degree area. If we look at the Comfort Air 7-day forecast, you're going to notice, again, mid-90s. And look at Wednesday, the hottest day of the week. Highs of 96 degrees expected. Thursday and Friday will still be hot, starting to cool down Thursday night to Friday and Saturday, picking back up again Sunday and Monday with another high pressure system. So again, we're in those mid-90s. I'm Pablo Alsina. Keep it here on NBC Palm Springs.
Today we'll be diving into a psychological drama rooted in the themes of motherhood, immigration, and loss. His personal journey, including the traumatic kidnapping of his mother, profoundly shaped his debut novel, Alicia. Drawing from his background in filmmaking and his life experiences in New York and Venezuela, he created Alicia as a powerful, movie-like story about surrogacy and the hidden lives of immigrants. Joining us to share more is teacher, lawyer, and now author, Eddie Arias. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, Gianna. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much. So can you tell us a little about your career and how it led to writing Alicia?
Absolutely. Well, I can tell you that I guess everybody has a story to tell. I learned the importance of storytelling back in law school. Later, as an entrepreneur, I realized that I needed to tell a compelling story to raise money for my company. I made short films on the side and for fun. One of them ended up premiering at the Venice Film Festival. Then that gave me, I guess, the confidence to make a feature film and was picked up by 20th Century Fox for distribution. But for the past 15 years, I've been privileged to serve as a content acquisitions executive at Sony Pictures and then Paramount, where I've licensed thousands of hours of movies and TV shows for their streaming platforms. So I guess that's why early reviewers say that reading Alicia feels like a cinematic experience, I guess.
And how do surrogacy and immigration come together in Alicia?
I would say in Alicia, those two worlds collide behind closed doors. The story follows a wealthy New York City couple who secretly hire their undocumented housekeeper to be their surrogate. And what begins as an act of desperation turns into a psychological mystery when the surrogate disappears weeks before giving birth. So it's not just about motherhood, it's about control, it's about secrecy, about hidden I would say, hidden fractures in a marriage. And so by bringing together undocumented life and underground surrogacy, the story explores the legal, the physical, and the ethical borders, and what happens when those borders are crossed.
And where can we go for more information?
Well, certainly. You can find Alicia on Amazon in paperback and Kindle. You can also find it on barnesandnoble.com. Or I guess the easiest way is to go to the official website, aliciathebook.com. And there you'll find links, reviews, a book club companion document, and even a cinematic trailer that we made to promote the book.
Well, thank you so much, Eddie, for sharing your experiences and this extremely impactful story with us.
Thank you for having me, Gianna.
We'll be right back.
Before we go, Cathedral City's Spooktacular Movie Nights returns tonight at the Cathedral City Amphitheater. Tonight's movie is a Halloween favorite, Hocus Pocus. Gates open at 5, admission is free, lawn chairs and picnic blankets are recommended, and the city is also providing food trucks. This movie night series is in partnership with the Desert Recreation District, getting us in the spirit for Friday.
Woohoo! Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. I know you've got your costume. I still need to get mine. Usually I just wear my witch hat and call it a day, but I should put in more effort this year.
You gotta be Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman and
Mark
Lex
can
Luthor.
be Superman. I'm Lex Luthor.
We've got the whole team. More news at 5 and 6. We'll see you then.
Things are on the left.